Often bigot anti-Islamist and Christian missionaries cite Quran verse 29 of chapter 9 to demonstrate violence in Quran. How Allah commanded the Muslims to fight with non-Muslims until they are forced to accept Islam and pay ransom to stay alive. Let's take a close look at the verse to discover how much truth is there in the claims of bigot anti-Islamist and Christian missionaries. Fight those who do not believe in the God or in the last day, and who do not consider unlawful what the God and his messenger have made unlawful, and who do not adopt the religion of truth from those who are given the scripture, until they pay jizya willingly subdued. Al-Quran, chapter 9, verse 29. Verse 29 of chapter 9 was revealed after the Muslims established government in Mecca, and many were non-Muslim. In the first part of this verse, the God is commanding the Muslims, fight with those who do not believe in the God and the Day of Judgment. People who do not maintain the do's and don'ts of Islam. This could also be a Muslim. People who claim they are on the scriptures revealed to previous prophet, like Jesus or Moses, but unwilling to accept Islam, meaning hypocritical, disobedient Muslims and all non-Muslims, till they believe in the God and the Day of Judgment and accept Islam. Now what does that mean? Fight. Fight with sword or with fist, or does it have some other meaning to this fight? Let us first analyze fighting with sword and fist. Can anyone convince anyone to believe in the God or the Day of Judgment, or in a prophet by punching on the face, or by poking with the sword? No, it will never work. If people are threatened of life, they will pretend to believe in the God and the Day of Judgment, or in a prophet, but deep down inside their heart, they will not believe in the God or the Day of Judgment, or in the prophet. The God knows what we conceal and what we reveal. Therefore, pretentious belief does not count in the sight of the God. Sword and punches cannot induce people to believe or disbelieve. It can only induce people to pretend out of fear. The God commanded Muslims in the Quran, chapter 39, verse 11, say, "Verily I am commanded to worship the God, sincere to him, the God, in his religion, that is, way of life designated by the God, Islam." So what else could it mean? To fight those who do not believe in the God and the last day till they believe in the God and the last day. The actual implication of the word fight in verse 29 of chapter 9 is majorly intellectual fight, an intellectual battle to convince people into sincere belief in the God and the Day of Judgment. Convincing anyone to believe in anything is a fight, and this fight is a fight of words, reasoning, debating, giving examples and signs, etc. The only circumstance under which Islam allows physical punishment or physical fight is for crimes, for example, murder, rape, robbery, not paying government tax, etc. And being a non-Muslim after Islam has been manifested as truth is not a crime, but a sin according to Islam, and the God will judge us all on the Day of Judgment. The God commanded us in the Quran, chapter 7, verse 87, that if there should be a group among you who has believed, Muslims, in that with which I, Muhammad, have been sent, Al-Quran, and a group that has not believed, non-Muslims, then be patient until the God judges between us, Muslims and non-Muslims, and He, the God, is the best of judges. Now let's take a look at the rest of the verse. It says, "Until they pay jizya willingly subdued," meaning fight until they willingly and submissively pay jizya. Now what does this mean? Paying jizya? Muslims don't pay jizya. Muslims pay zakat, 2.5% of yearly annual savings to an Islamic government for the needy and poor. or directly to the needy and the poor while living under non-Islamic government. And Muslims are religiously bound to pay zakat, and it's a crime under Islamic government not to pay zakat. What is jizya? Jizya is yearly annual tax, similar to zakat, but not religiously bound, but bound by the government. Whether Muslim or non-Muslim, if anyone refuses to pay zakat or jizya, will be in trouble under Islamic government. And the money for the zakat or jizya are always used for good cause, to help poor and needy, for example, old, orphan, disabled, unemployed, nursing mother, etc., to protect nation, for example, law enforcement, army, etc., to develop nation, for example, make hospitals, schools, roads, etc., and for many more reasons for which every citizen will be benefited, whether Muslim or non-Muslim. If every non-Muslim are beaten to Islam, then who is going to pay the jizya? If the God is commanding the Muslims to fight someone for jizya, that means Muslims have lost that intellectual battle of convincing that non-Muslim to accept Islam. People who have chosen to remain non-Muslim will have to pay the government tax, jizya, as citizens, which is the same as zakat that Muslims pay under Islamic government. Verily, it is evident that bigot, anti-Islamist, and Christian missionaries are slandering a very beautiful verse of the Quran. A simple research with neutral perspective demonstrated the beauty and practicality of this verse. If only Muslims were bound to pay for the development of the nation and to help the needy, it would have been unjust towards Muslims. The law for jizya balanced the responsibilities of the nation on all citizens, Muslims and non-Muslims. An excellent guideline to govern a nation with people of different faiths, which devoid all form of prejudice and is just towards all. Allah, the God, said in the Quran, "There is no compulsion in religion, Islam. Verily, the right path has become distinct from the wrong path. Whoever rejects transgression and believes in the God, then he has grasped the most firm, trustworthy handhold that will never break, and the God is all-hearer, all-knower." Al-Quran, chapter 2, verse 256. Like, share,